This is the first time in the history of the United States a sitting president has chosen to side with a foreign government to sue its own citizens. Simply outrageous and not to be tolerated. How long do we sit on the sidelines and watch the destruction of our neighborhoods, the destruction of this republic without doing something about it? And we think it's somebody else's job. It's kind of like Hurricane Katrina, the failure's been at the federal, the state, and the local levels. Of course, the media would have it believe this is a controversial bill, in spite of the fact it's supported 3-1 across America. But anyway, as we go through this battle, it's kind of interesting. It's not even fully in play. The media would have you believe that not much of it is in play yet. According to them, and I don't know who's got the clicker at the border, but over 100,000 illegal aliens have left the state of Arizona. So do we know law works? Absolutely. We don't need comprehensive reform, code word amnesty. We need comprehensive enforcement. Jacob Howard's one of the authors of the 14th Amendment on the floor of the Senate made it very clear this does not apply to foreigners or aliens, and yet we continue to misinterpret that. It was to simply restore the dignity and the right of African Americans after the Civil War to be recognized in their legitimate place as citizens of this country with all the rights and benefits that come with that citizenship. Do you know that the American Indians were not recognized as citizens after the 14th Amendment? It took 3 congressional acts to recognize them. In fact, it does give the federal government responsibility to protect the states from invasion. But you're right, also in the Constitution, it says when there is invasion, the states have a right, even to declare war, if you will. They have a right to protect. Again, we're sovereign states, and you're just like everybody here. We're not citizens of the United States. We use that term a lot. We're actually citizens of one of the several sovereign states.
I'm Peter Brimlow. I'm the editor of VDare.com. Sarta, you mentioned job theft. The great bulk of job theft, of course, comes from legal immigration. Are you in favor of a moratorium on legal immigration until unemployment falls to more normal levels?
I do think there ought to be a moratorium maybe until we get our act together. Right now, you've got an overloaded system. Again, and people complain about the system, we're allowing people to come through without complete background checks. We're letting people overstay their visas. Hundreds of thousands of them that come to this country. We have no idea where they're at. Of course, we can track a cow with mad cow disease, where it came from. But somehow we can't track these folks that are in our country. There ought to be a timeout all the way around till we get our arms around national security. I can tell you the best thing about 1070 is Obama may not be visiting Arizona because we actually require papers now. just a little levity. Tom and I were talking about this earlier. We've been in an environment where the good guys are sued no matter what you do today. Mauled off the ACLU, some of the most anti-American pro-lawbreaker organizations I know. And I'm so grateful for finally folks like Judicial Watch that have stepped up to the plate on behalf of the taxpayers and government.